Another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
I'm Mr. Magazine.
Today I'm going to ask your opinion on something. And it's something or other that I've been kind of wondering out there. And I think this will help a lot of people out there as well that are watching this, especially people that aspire to get larger. There are a lot of deals available out there. A lot of deals. From the whole house clean out all the way down through. So I'm going to take this as an example to be somebody or other passes away and they've got their estate there and the people running the estate want to get rid of the estate.
Okay.
Where, in your opinion, and why, is the best place to be on the chain? In other words, should you, and they've got a mixed estate. Should you be the first person called, the second, the third? Should you be the first person called? Should you be the person that buys the estate? You're the first person they call, all the way down to the last guy left. Where on the chain would you want to be and why?
Well, if anyone's shopping anything around, I always like being last. But the problem is I want the score. So to get the score, and the score might be 1 out of 20 or 30 or 50 or 100 times, you really need to be first, really. Because if the score comes around, you're gonna offer a lot to get it. I would imagine that's what I would do. So I don't want to miss out on that because that score might be worth more profit than the next 20 down the road.
See, and I disagree with you.
Okay.
And the reason why is because the words that I use were mixed estate, and that scares me. Where they say, $25,000, but you have to take everything, and that includes like Geneva, but even worse than Geneva, where you have to take the furniture or dispose of the furniture. You have to take the spices in the cupboard, all the way down through. Now, obviously, you run a dumpster in a case like that. You start putting tons of stuff in the dumpster. But the negative to that is you end up with women's clothing. You just wind up with stuff that you have no.
There has to be a lot of goods to outweigh that. All that crap that we call crap because we don't want it.
We don't
no
deal
value to us.
Right. Yeah. It's
just work. All of this is work.
I was just going to say you're buying work in that
no
case.
Payday.
So I was thinking that the place that you might want to be is second in line, where the person that buys the entire estate gives you a call and moves out the stuff that you're interested in. Hey, this place had a lot of comic books and books. Would you guys like to come by? But you got to buy all of them.
Right.
But then we're only buying comic books and books, and we're not touching the glassware because we don't want glassware. But then I was thinking about it. You know where I think one of the ideal places might be? Second last. The problem with being last is you're expected, now you're going to be paying pennies on a dollar, but you're expected to take everything. Second last, you can still pick, and if you have, maybe it's just because of what I sell and how I sell it, it might be a better spot for me than it would be for you, because what's going to be left? A lot of foreign magazines, stuff like that is going to be left, which is the stuff that I do well with, but I can pay pennies on a dollar at that point because other people have gone through.
True.
And they've taken all the best of the best stuff, but maybe not, because maybe they don't know foreign magazines. Maybe they don't know this. Maybe they don't know that. And they're certainly going to be leaving a lot of $20 to $30 books or magazines there that I'm more than happy to pick up at 50 cents a piece, a quarter a piece, because I'm the second last. And meanwhile, the person selling the stuff knows that, hey, if I get $100 out of Papergoy, it's not like the last guy is going to offer me $100 more. He might probably going to offer me the same and haul all the stuff away, so it's a free $100. Now, one bit of advice I would give to anybody out there is if you are part of the chain and you're called somewhere in there, talk to whoever gave you a call and ask them who came in before you. Hopefully they're telling you names, or if they're not telling you names, hopefully they're telling you who they were, what they were. because that can save you a lot of time. Because if they tell you, oh yeah, this one guy came by and he had a scanner or something. He was doing something with his phone and he kept scanning all these things. And he was just putting stuff aside. Guess what I'm not looking at?
Books.
ISBN books. I'm not even looking at them because this guy has picked through them.
Yeah.
Or if they tell me, oh, the guy that came by was a rare book dealer. Guess what books? Well, guess what books I'm not looking at? Anything old, stuff, I'm not really going to be looking at too much because he's going to have picked them all out. Or if they tell me, oh yeah, the guy that came by, he was a professor of Latin. Well, all the Latin books are probably gone, but he's not going to touch, the American books, and so on. So if you know who has picked before you, and especially in a tight-knit community like Rochester, everybody kind of knows everybody. There are times when I come in after other dealers, but I know the other dealers, and I buy from these other dealers reasonably at the flea market. So it's like, okay, they didn't take the stuff, because why are they going to take the stuff that they're going to be selling to me for $1 to $2 at the flea market? So I know there's still good stuff left within my thing. Whereas if you went in before me, I'm pretty sure that most of the magazines are gone. Certainly everything adult's going to be gone, except maybe...
No foreigns. I'll give you the wins.
Yeah, the wins in the foreign magazines will still be sitting there.
Yeah.
But it's always good to know who came in before you. Or if you come in and they're like, oh, you're the fifth person I had by. Yeah, the one guy he spent all his time looking at lamps. Okay, that guy's no competition to me at all. Another guy, he just kept asking if I had toys.
Yeah.
Okay, so I might be the fifth guy in.
Yeah.
But I might be only the second guy in books.
Right.
But of course, what you do when you talk to them is you're like, geez, everything's been picked over. I'm the fifth guy in to try to get the price down a little bit. But yours might only be the second person or maybe even the first person in a certain thing, because maybe the guy in before you can take a look and you're like, this library is all set up and the children's books haven't even been touched.
Yeah.
The dealer before me didn't care about children's books.
Right.
But that doesn't mean I'm not going to say, well, this is all stuff the other guy didn't want.
Yeah.
Because obviously I don't want to pay full price on the stuff because I'm the fifth person in the house. So obviously I should get some kind of a discount off of the full price.
Right.
So it's kind of an interesting question, but hopefully those tips do help you a little bit on thinking about it. Again, the problem with being the first is if it's all within your genre, yes, I absolutely agree with you. Be the first one in if you can handle the deal, or have somebody or other to offload the stuff to if you can't. Because obviously, it would be great for me to go into a hoarder's house of comic books. That would be incredible.
Anyone, yeah. Sure.
Except I walk into this hoarder's house of comic books, and the guy's got 350,000 comic books. Where am I going?
It's a lot of comics.
Where am I going? Obviously I'm trying to buy them, but where am I storing them at? How am I getting them home? How am I doing this? You got to do something or other, or I'd be sleeping on comic books. That would be nice, but so hopefully that helps you a little bit. Do let me know let us know where on the chain you would like to be and why. And hopefully this is giving you a little different way of looking at big deals, because again, we both have been involved in a fair number of deals in the past. Now, if it's a smaller deal and it's just what you want, definitely be the first guy in. There's no doubt at all about that. So hopefully that helps you a little bit. Do hit the like button. Be the first one to do that. And we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.